everyone, Izzy from Endless RVing. Behind us we have a really cool trailer. We don't do too many of these, only ones that catch our eye. So behind us is a very popular model out there. It is the Flagstaff, the E-Pro. We are doing the 19FD. This is a small trailer that has big features. So why do we say it's a small trailer with big features? Well, there's actually a lot of room inside. We'll show you that a little bit later in the video, but I'm gonna start with the exterior. This is a 20-foot, 8-inch tip-to-tip length. Very small, very light. Read you some of the specs right from Forest River. Hitch weight, 409 pounds. The unloaded vehicle weight, 3,233 pounds. It has a carrying capacity of 1,176 pounds. Total height is 9 feet 10 inches. The exterior width is 92 inches. Now, talking about some of the capabilities as far as tanks, you have 31 gallons of fresh, 30 gallons of gray, 30 gallons of black, and you also have a 13-foot awning, which we'll show you as we start our tour. So let's start right up front. Something at this price point, which we're going to talk about a little later, what this price point is, you're going to expect some of these amenities. You have the LCI power tongue jack. You're going to have light on here. As well, you can retract and bring it up and down with the power tongue jack. Behind this canister, this cover, you're gonna have two 20-pound LP tanks. Really good for something this size and very convenient because you could take that to any Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. You can swap it right out. You're also gonna have your room for the battery. Your 12-volt battery will go right here. Of course, you could always upgrade that to lithium. This does have on top 190 watts of solar, standard, which is pretty cool. Looking up front, you have your one-piece fiberglass cap, really nice. It's gonna reduce the amount of leaks because you don't have all those seams. You also have this automotive style windshield, which you'll see when we go inside, how it really opens things up. And then you're gonna have your docking lights here. Pretty cool at nighttime when you're going into your campground, you see like, it looks like the UFOs are coming to get you. Now this is a 2022 fiberglass walls. These are just graphics, no paint, of course, at this price point, but the E-Pro, what they use, Azdel, right? Vacuum bonded fiberglass walls with Azdel. Also aluminum construction, plywood floors, a nicely built coach. These are very popular. I say coach, but RV. These are very, very popular. A lot of people buy them. Actually, this one is sold already. LED marker lights. And then we're gonna show you some of the room you have. You have, this is, of course, solar ready. If you wanna add additional solar panels in addition to the one on top, you can do that right over here. Now let's go over on the, you like to call it what, curbside?
This is the curbside.
All right, curbside. I'm gonna call it passenger side because that's how I know it. Here is your first door here. Typical fiberglass door. I'm not going to say, I wouldn't recommend, this is not really a 4-season coach, and we can just tell, you know, with the insulation, it's not really heavy, but you can get most of the seasons. Most people are going to be out there when it's relatively warm. So you can see it's finished out, just plain plastic, a little bit of storage here. This is actually going to be right underneath the Murphy bed, which we'll show you inside. Now, if we look a little bit lower, you have your stabilizing jacks. These are manual stabilizing jacks. Not a big deal. We had that on our first RV, on our Jayco trailer, and they work fine. I do like a little bit of attention to detail. You see the gutter with the gutter extension. That's a nice thing, so you don't have everything running down. Our Newmar, we had to add those.
Added those, yeah.
It was really kind of disappointing, but not a big deal. It's like a $10 option. You have your frameless windows. A lot of windows throughout this coach. Always like to have windows, especially something like this. This is kind of targeted to those people that are going to take it a little bit more off the grid. Although I don't know how much off the grid you're going to go with only a 12-volt battery, but that's where it's targeted. Here's a nice thing here. You have your magnetic catch that keeps that open. Here's your first like real storage. As you can see in there, there is a Suburban griddle, and this is also a shelf for that griddle. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. That does come standard with this RV. We'll talk about that as we get a little bit further.
Yeah, you didn't say coach that time. Good job.
RV. Here is your fiberglass door. This is something that I knew that I've been seeing, what we just saw. It has your touch panel, which is kind of cool. Yeah. We don't know what the code is, but you have your touch panel on here. Also, something else that's really nice, more of like the fifth wheel style steps. This is a really nice option. We didn't have this on our Jayco, but this makes it a lot nicer, very easy to deploy, 500-pound weight limit. Also, you have your screen door, of course, which you're always gonna want. Grab handle, and notice that it goes really low. So if you have somebody that has bad knees, hips, they don't really have to go that far. It's right here.
Although we're going to get to something inside that is not good for people
Correct.
with bad knees and hips.
Now you're going to see as we go into it's definitely not level. We have no control of that, but just take it for what it is. Continuing down the passenger side, double GFI protected outlets. This is what, you know, this is how it's sold as the off-road, the E-Pro. You have your Westlake kind of off-road tires. These are measuring at 235, 75, 15. Nice alloy rims, and you have a little bit of a fender here. Now, we did a video on the Black Series. We'll link it above. That trailer is really made for off-road. It has the suspension. This is just a straight axle, kind of really more for looks. For most campgrounds, it'll be fine. Another frameless window. You have another docking light here, as well as an outdoor speaker, which is pretty cool. You're also gonna have that 13-foot awning with an LED strip underneath.
That's a Solera awning, if anybody's wondering.
Yes. Right over here is where I talked about that griddle a little earlier. So you're gonna have a table that attaches right here, comes standard, along with a propane-fired griddle, Suburban. Now, you may ask yourself, and we're sorry for the noise, guys. We're like literally on a highway here. You may ask yourself, well, it's propane fired. Where, you know, is there a quick disconnect? Well, yes, there is. Right over here, you have a LP disconnect standard. And again, that will let you run off those dual 20-pound propane tanks. Here is going to be the your hot water heater. I'm not going to open it up, but here's your hot water heater. Probably going to be about 6 gallons, I would imagine. That's the standard. More storage, kind of a tiny storage. You know, it's a little bit lacking here in storage, but you're only at 20 feet.
It's a small little baby.
But look what you have here. You have filter, water filtration, which is kind of cool. LED marker lights again. Here's your additional manual jacks. We're coming around the back. Now, over here, you're gonna have your cable hookups, city water hookup, black tank flush, and then it says antifreeze inlet over here also. You have a ladder to get to the roof. Very simple to get. You can see they kind of bow it out here and simple to get at. Now, I'm not gonna climb up. I already did it. We got a video for you.
Climb.
Let me see how easy I can make this climb, Matt. Take note.
Do it with the camera, though.
With the camera?
Do it one-handed with the camera. See how bad you are.
Are you kidding me? Look at this. No problem. But there's the video. I'll throw it out to you.
Oh my God.
What I should do is do a pull-up off these things for Matt.
Oh, do it. Do it.
A pull-up? Hold on.
Do it.
Somebody's gonna get really mad at me. Matt, take note.
Your feet are banging into the ladder.
All right, enough of that. So you have just a wall on the back, no fiberglass cap on here, pre-wired for your Furrion rear camera, all LEDs on the back. All right, so now we are on the driver's side. Again, very simple. Decals.
I like the colors that they use, like just a little touch of green.
Super simple. Cool. What's nice about this is it has the Azdel walls, right? So the Azdel walls, you're not gonna have lamination. It's not gonna rot out. It's really a nice feature that more and more manufacturers are going to. 30 amp coach is only one air conditioner. It's a 13.5 air conditioner. Also on the furnace, 20,000 BTU furnace. You can see we have our Delta Pro. Remember we talked about this on other videos, how we use this all the time? Here we are. We're powering.
We're running this off our battery.
Yeah, now we can't run the air conditioner, but you're gonna see inside, we can run the lights. Here is your...
So that'll be in the description in our Amazon store if you're interested.
Yeah, this thing's awesome.
It's the coolest thing
ever. We love it. Here are your dump valves. Again, we talked about this not being really a 4-season coach. Look at where everything's exterior, it's exposed. Also, remember I said, you know, for real off-road, you don't want this, right? You want everything tucked up high. This is actually pretty low. Again, for the campground, no problem. Another frameless window. This is gonna be the exhaust over here for your microwave. Outside shower, hot and cold water. Here is your tank fill up if you don't wanna go city water, you just wanna fill your tanks. Right over here, the exhaust for that 20,000 BTU furnace. So we have another frameless window reaching to the front area. And then here's the other side of that storage that we showed you a little bit earlier. Well, not really, it's not a full, but you see another, they give you as much as they can.
Yeah, you can fit a couple things in there.
If you have a lot of stuff, probably not the coach for you, unless you have a pickup.
This is not the stuff RV.
This is not an MJ coach, there's not a lot of stuff. So, I'm finished up on the outside, let's take it on the inside.
Join me inside. Now we're gonna do our best to show you this is very small, so we'll do our best to keep it back so you can see everything. All right, so here's your living room area. So you have a couch here. This is a nice sized couch. It does, the feet do come out, so it's comfortable, facing where the TV is, which we'll show you in a bit. Both sides do come out, that goes in easily too. And this comes down with couple cup holders there. Very nice touch. Now this does, you probably can see there's a Murphy bed here, which we're going to show you. But before we do that, show you you have 2 cabinets, and these are really good sized cabinets here. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. This is going to be the side of your bed. You have some outlets on that side, and then on the street side, you have USBs there.
You can never have enough USBs.
Never.
Ever.
Especially in our house. On either side, you have nice size windows here, smaller one here. You have roller shades, which are up here. These are on all the windows here, except the one. You have a little mini blind in the kitchen. But okay, so for the Murphy bed, I'm going to show you how this breaks down, and so you can see the size of it. All right, so here's your Murphy bed, and it's 54 by 74. So it's a nice size. You have in the back corner there, we had showed you outlets out here on this side of the bed, but over there you have the outlets just in a different location, but you also have the USBs over there. And then you also have that nice front window that we showed you outside. Now you can see it from inside, so you get a really good view from the bed and actually from the whole RV through that window. All right, let's keep moving on down. So you have an indoor or interior speaker here. Also on your ceiling, here's your one AC unit. That's a Coleman. What was it, 13.5? All right, then over here by the door, I didn't show you when we came in. Here's your awning, retract and extend. Here's your tank levels, your batteries, all your light, and all your controls for your, you actually have tank heaters, your water heater and such. All right, let's move into the kitchen area, which is a decent size. Again, this is a 19 FD, but it's 20 feet. But you get a lot of, like you said, big features. So nice size cabinets up above. This is above your stove top. So you have a 3-burner cooktop here, okay? And you also have an oven, which is nice. Not big, but you know, you can cook things. And I'll get to that in a minute. Here's your sink with a couple little storage areas, and then you also have this extension that comes up, which is always nice to give it a little extra room if you want to, you know, cut things or that kind of thing.
One other thing I just saw, which is conveniently located, you have plugs right here. GFI plugs. Yes. You want to plug in appliances, they're right there.
Right. Also, actually, what is on here, which is very cool, is it comes TPMS equipped. So you're going to have the TST on here, which is great. So that'll save you from having to purchase that yourself. Now, moving on down in the rest of the refrigerator area, you have this is a very small microwave. You actually can option out a convection. So that is cool if you like that. We love our convection oven.
No more ovens ever. Convection only.
I know, I do like it. All right, here's your fridge. This is a 12-volt fridge, tiny, but does the job with an RV for this size. And then moving over here, this RV sleeps 3. So you have the Murphy bed, and then this breaks down, and it's marketed as sleeping 3 people. So you have your dining area with the bench seats, and you have a very simple process to turn this into a bed. One thing.
I'll take that.
Assistant, thank you. And then this goes right in here. Okay. And then you have, you know, your cushions here would come and complete your bed.
So this is for the guests that you really don't like that much. It's going to be kind of hard, so you just throw them on here. So they're only going to stay a day.
You can, honey, there's no way you can have somebody on here that you don't like, because you're in tight quarters. So I'm sure that they would like this person. But yeah, it's not going to be the most comfortable sleeping arrangement, but it does the job. So nice sized window on your campsite to look out as you're eating. And above the table dining area, you have 3 cabinets, which opens up into a nice amount of space. And then moving on down, you do have, here's your radio. This is Bluetooth and USB enabled, so that's nice. And you have your speaker in and outside.
We're seeing that a lot now, RV technologies. We've seen that a couple of times. Yeah. That must be the new thing.
And then here's your TV for the RV. It's a 22-inch Furrion, which does pull out a little bit, but I'm just gonna leave that there. So that's nice. And right below that, you're gonna have your solar controller, Bluetooth enabled, so you can keep an eye on what's going on up there. Also
right over here, I don't know if you saw this, you have your satellite hookup, and you have 2 more outlets, which is kind of cool.
And you also have, above that, here's your Wi-Fi Ranger.
Oh, it comes with Wi-Fi Ranger standard?
So there you go. Now let's head into the bathroom.
This is like the feature of...
Yeah, well, as you had said, you know, you're not going to be able to really come in here. We'll kind of get some footage elsewhere. But Izzy had said outside for the low step for somebody that may have hip or knee problems. I went to step in the shower to see the height before we filmed, and I almost fell because if you look here, you have a tub. Okay, so you have to, I went like this, right? Most of the time you go into the shower, you do this. You have to look how high
that's not a good design.
It's very, very high. So you have to think about that. And not only that, I'm 5'9", and you are not getting any toys. It would be a little difficult for tall people to shower.
Let's say.
Okay. So yeah, your head is going to be touching the. So this is definitely made for people that are a little smaller in height. Yeah, you can't even. Well, you have a hat on, but still, you really can't stand up. So that's definitely something.
Hey, look what the shower is.
Think about. It's like an elf shower. Remember? You saw the movie Elf. Anyway, you have the shower miser in here, but it's cool. Like if you have a little, if you have a baby and you're traveling with a baby, so you have a little bathtub, which is
I'm just going to stand in here because it's actually a better angle.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you the big. You have a nice large cabinet over here. Kind of like
that's nice.
A linen closet. Yeah, and it actually goes back all the way over here too. So you have that whole area back there. There's a towel ring for you. I didn't mention the floors. You're all vinyl floors throughout.
No carpet.
No carpet. Yes. So you have a porcelain toilet with a pedal flush here. Okay, not like you want to see. You want to see the. Sometimes people say, "Do you have a lot of room?" This actually is a nice sized bathroom. It is for the size of the RV.
It's a full bathroom.
Yeah, it is. It's very full. And then you have your sink area, with a little bit of storage underneath and more GFCI outlets. And the medicine cabinet is a good size. You keep banging your head. Here's your medicine cabinet as well. What helps with the height in these is it is angled. So this whole, it's like this. So that gives you height here. Too bad the shower's not here because you're on the other end of the arc. And right up above, here's your one Max Air fan in the bathroom.
All right, so let's get to the part everybody wants to know. What is the price of this coach?
It is $28,229 MSRP.
Right, that is the MSRP. Of course, you can get this probably for a better price. You're going to want to contact, if you're interested, you're in the Branchville area, New Jersey, Myers RV, you want to contact Myers RV, Branchville, New Jersey. We will put their number below. Tell them you saw it on Endless RVing.
I am initializing a challenge to Matt. We're starting the pull-up challenge, Matt.
Oh yeah, no. So Matt does the ladder, so I'm gonna do the pull-up.
Right, and people always say,
"Well, why didn't you climb the ladder like Matt?"
Well, now we're going to.
Well,
we're gonna add a little
This is
twist.
within reason. Of course, it has to be, safe enough for me to do a pull-up. So in the comments below, let us know, what do you think about this RV? What do you think about the pull-up challenge on the RVs? Something we're starting. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.